Welcome to How to Invest in Climate Mitigation, the fifth video in our series on climate investing. In our rapidly evolving world, climate investing has grown from a niche activity to a mainstream opportunity, attracting billions of dollars in private equity and venture capital. In 2023 alone, over $56 billion were invested by VC and PE investors into companies offering climate solutions, a sharp increase that reflects the growing importance of this market. As we face escalating climate challenges, the need for innovative solutions has never been greater. Mitigating climate change by avoiding, reducing, or removing greenhouse gas emissions is essential to limit the impacts of global warming. But mitigation is not just about reducing risk. It is also about capturing opportunities. This video will guide you through the essentials of climate mitigation investing, helping you understand the market, evaluate the opportunities, and navigate this rapidly growing space. Before diving into the details of climate mitigation investing, let's take a moment to clarify some foundational terms. Emissions reduction involves decreasing the amount of emissions produced by an activity, for example, by improving energy efficiency. Emissions removal is the process of extracting greenhouse gases from the atmosphere and permanently storing them. This can be done by direct air capture and natural methods like reforestation. Emission avoidance involves preventing future emissions by changing practices or technologies to avoid emitting in the first place. Sustainable forest management or new composting programs prevent emissions that would have occurred otherwise. Climate mitigation, the focus of this video, specifically targets investments in solutions that reduce, remove, or avoid greenhouse gas emissions. More examples include wind farms that generate clean energy, electric vehicles to reduce our dependence on fossil fuel, or advanced materials like low-carbon cement to reduce emissions in construction. It's also worth noting that some solutions address both mitigation and adaptation. For instance, solar-powered irrigation systems reduce emissions by using renewable energy while helping farmers adapt in drought conditions. These cross-cutting solutions highlight the interconnected nature of climate challenges and the opportunities. Understanding these key terms is essential for identifying and evaluating climate mitigation investments.
Now that we've defined the basics, let's explore how to approach climate mitigation investing. To start, it's important to understand the market. Climate-focused companies have experienced remarkable growth over the past decade. In 2023, they attracted 10% of all private equity and venture capital investment, an increase from just 1.5% in 2013. This rapid growth signals a maturing market with a wealth of opportunities for investors to align financial returns with climate impact. Next, identify the sectors where climate mitigation solutions are having the greatest impact. Mitigation investments span a variety of industries, each with unique opportunities to reduce emissions. The energy sector is a cornerstone of climate mitigation. Investments such as renewable energy in wind, solar, and hydropower are replacing fossil fuels and decarbonizing power grids. Companies like Nuru are leading the way in expanding clean energy access. Nuru focuses on solar mini-grids that provide reliable and affordable energy to off-grid communities in Africa. By replacing diesel generators with renewable energy, Nuru is reducing emissions while supporting economic development in underserved regions. This highlights how energy investments can address both climate and equality challenges. In real estate, improving energy efficiency is critical to reduce emissions. Amped Energy specializes in energy storage solutions for buildings, enabling more effective use of renewable energy and reducing reliance on fossil fuels during peak hours. These systems are particularly valuable in regions where grid infrastructure is underdeveloped or unreliable. Retrofitting buildings with technologies like Amped Energy's storage solutions can dramatically lower energy costs and carbon footprints, making real estate more sustainable and efficient. The transportation sector is undergoing a revolution as electric vehicles replace gasoline and diesel fuels. Investments in EV manufacturing, battery technology, and charging infrastructure are enabling this transition on a global scale. An example is BatterySmart, a company building a battery swapping network for electric 2- and 3-wheelers in India. By addressing the challenges of EV charging time and battery cost, BatterySmart is accelerating EV adoption in one of the world's largest transportation markets. This model demonstrates how innovative business approaches can overcome barriers to scale. Waste management is another area ripe for mitigation investment. Companies like WasteX are turning waste into value through technologies like waste-to-energy systems and methane capture. WasteX focuses on helping businesses convert agricultural and organic waste into biofuels and other valuable products. By preventing emissions of methane, a potent greenhouse gas, WasteX not only reduces global warming, but also creates a circular economy for waste materials. This dual impact makes waste management an essential part of the climate mitigation toolkit. As you evaluate potential investments, there are several factors to consider. First, assess the impact potential for emission reduction, removal, or avoidance. Look for companies whose core products or services have a measurable and significant impact on reducing greenhouse gas emissions. For example, a wind farm can offset emissions from coal-fired power plants, while companies producing energy-efficient appliances can reduce household energy consumption at scale. Second, consider the solution's scalability. Mitigation investments are inherently scalable, offering significant opportunities for growth across diverse markets and geographies. Solutions like Nauru's solar mini-grids, Amped Energy's storage systems, and BatterySmart's swapping network are specifically designed to be deployed in a variety of environments. This amplifies impact and enhances attractiveness for investment. Third, assess the market demand and growth potential. Look for increasing demand for low-carbon alternatives and a supportive policy environment. For example, subsidies for renewable energy or incentives for EV adoption can drive market growth and further reinforce the case for investment. Mitigation solutions that align with these trends offer a compelling opportunity to meet rising demand while delivering measurable environmental and social benefits. Finally, evaluate the regulatory environment. Most governments worldwide are implementing policies to accelerate climate action, such as carbon pricing, renewable energy targets, and emission reduction mandates, but support can vary by region. These regulations can be favorable for investing in climate mitigation. Once you've identified promising opportunities, integrate climate criteria into your investment process. This begins with deal sourcing, where you actively seek out companies offering climate mitigation solutions. At the due diligence stage, assess the climate impact potential of the investment alongside other financial considerations. During the investment decision process, balance both financial returns and your climate impact goals. Finally, establish systems for monitoring and reporting on climate-related metrics, ensuring transparency and accountability throughout the investment cycle. To guide your approach, leverage existing frameworks like the EU Taxonomy for Sustainable Finance or the Common Principles for Climate Mitigation Finance. These frameworks provide standards and definitions for identifying and evaluating climate investments, helping you align your strategy with global best practices.
If you're ready to begin investing in climate mitigation, here are your actionable steps to get started. First, develop a climate investment strategy. Define your goals, whether they focus on reducing emissions, supporting innovation, or achieving financial returns alongside climate impact. Identify the sectors and technologies that align with your expertise and interests, and establish clear metrics for evaluating success. Next, build expertise. Educate yourself and your team on climate science, emerging technologies, and market trends. Understanding the technical and economic drivers of climate solutions will help you make informed decisions. Networking is another critical step. Connect with climate tech entrepreneurs, other climate-focused investors, and industry experts to gain insights and access to emerging opportunities. Joining climate investment networks or attending industry conferences can be a great way to expand your connections. Start small by allocating a small portion of your portfolio to climate mitigation investments. This allows you to gain experience and refine your approach before committing larger amounts of capital. Finally, consider collaboration. Partnering with experienced climate investors can provide valuable guidance and reduce risks as you enter this space. To recap, investing in climate mitigation offers significant opportunities to align financial returns with meaningful climate impact. Mitigation investments focus on avoiding, reducing, or removing greenhouse gas emissions with key opportunities across sectors like energy, real estate, transportation, waste management, and more. The climate mitigation market is growing rapidly, driven by increasing demand for low-carbon solutions and policy support. To succeed in this space, it's important to understand both the financial and impact aspects of potential investments, integrating climate criteria throughout your investment process. By taking a strategic and informed approach, you can not only generate returns, but also contribute to the global transition towards sustainable business practices. The time to act is now. Climate change presents both risks and opportunities for investors, and mitigation solutions play a key role. Start by educating yourself further, developing your climate investment strategy, and exploring opportunities in this dynamic sector. Together, we can drive the transition to net zero economy and create lasting impact.